Hello, hunters. How are we doing today? Hopefully, you all got to try out the open beta test first weekend there. We do have an extended one coming up next weekend as well. Should be pretty exciting here. But today's video, we are talking about a little less hunting and a little more of the other pastimes that we could expect from the open game, or the full game, not open game. This, of course, is going to be just the basics of looking at. Obviously, finding any of the rare items and etc. won't be happening in the beta. So first thing we want to do is talk about the capturing of useful and rare bugs. So there is going to be a few achievements, a lot of things, a rare bug hidden somewhere that's going to be worth X amount of research points, counts for achievements, unlocks character quests in the map, or completes character quests in the maps, or maybe unlocks them too. We don't really know until we get in there. But some of these things do add a lot to your food menu in the tent, well, in the tent for the open beta, but with the cats cooks when you get them there. So that would be quite an important thing to get unlocked, giving you more options and better prepared for any of the bigger fights. The second area of unlocking these things we'll be looking at is fishing. Pretty simple. You go to a nice area where you can see the fish floating around there. There's two ways to really catch a fish. You could grab your fishing rod. Sometimes you'll need a specific lure for rarer fishes, and it would be a little butter mash mini game if it's going to be a bigger fish. This is a useful way to gain some consumable items, like we just got the sushi fish scale, which will be a little item that's quick to eat that replenishes both health and stamina. So if you are hacking away and you're a little hurt and tired, you just pop a sushi scale and get them in there. There is other scales, well, at least based upon the other Monster Hunter games, that provide things like explosive high-level ammos, fast sharpening stones. Of course, those fishing things will probably be a little harder to get. It might need some certain time of day, area-specific fishing techniques. But for this video, I just catch pretty basic fish, just with the rod, with the basic lure, just so we can get you to see what there's fishing in the game, not just beating up giant frogs. So in addition to the bugs also having similar things where they provide crafting materials, a lot you see around here, there's a lot of bugs. I captured a flash fly on top of the mountain there, top of the little stand dune before we head to the fishing area. You can see the vigor wasps all around. Any little bug or catcher you reach will get you some research points. There's going to be somewhere at certain times rarer bugs that will offer you a little more points and rewards than occurs the completion of January objects and stuff that many people want to do. So keeping it. But just be careful with some of the wildlife there. That pear toad. I totally should have caught it for the video, but oh well. You see that the will be completion to a quests. Some things will give you different equipment items and or food objects again. Cool. But if you do not want to use your fishing rod and you are just kind of tired of, or if you want to push the fish items without using your fishing rod, you can. So I'll show you in just a second here. You can actually use your capture net, just hop in the water and capture slinger net on the fish.
Yeah. Oh, look at the size of this.
Obviously, it's not going to work for some of the bigger and or rarer fish in more difficult areas. Obviously, this is just a pretty wide open oasis. No, but not all the missions will be hunting. I can't imagine that we go collect 10 fishes or anything. But something small like these what are they called? Wind runners, sprint runners, animals here. Could be a quest you might have to look forward to grabbing. Grabbing some cool,
I gathered some materials too.
fast running
Check
boots
this
and
out.
stuff. No, there's also plenty of other non-live monsters. I know this one is going to be a pretty basic loot of meat and just me, I guess. Or on the matter of collecting items like sushi scales, wet stone fish fins, and other bugs and berries. We also have the ability to grill up some meat. I do accidentally burn up this meat. Do accidentally burn this one, which is unfortunate, but
This still looks good.
you get the idea. If it was a little earlier, I could have got a little special goodie from that collection there. Alright, in addition to any fishing, bug collecting, and rare herb finding, there is a certain exploration aspect to these Monster Hunter games. Pardon my reach here. See how my secret led me to my secret little tunnel here. Give me a passage up the mountain. There will be a rare resources up here. For the meantime, it will just be a couple iron ores. But in the previous Monster Hunter games, there would be certain items that would be only acquirable at heights and or special locations. Oh, I didn't know you can capture wedge beetles, but yeah, gotta get that bestiary update. In addition to certain items that may be only found in certain locations, for example, in Monster Hunter World, there was a cactus that you could only find in the highest part of the game. No, not the game, in the map. The highest part of the map, you could only search the cactus and find it in that location. So some people would have to, if you wanted to fill your decks or complete a quest for a certain food item or piece of equipment, you would have to track your way up at least once to some of these areas. There's also probability that when we get into the full game, that going to certain locations will be where we track, or exploring locations is where we track and find monsters for the first time. Oop, I forgot how to use wedge beetles. I'll lay some practice in there before the game gets rolling again. Here we do have a nice little location here. There is a few ore locations. Obviously this is the open beta and they're not going to be revealing any secret locations for anything we might find. Not that I think here would have been an area we'd find anything. Maybe if there's some way a little higher. Alright, and then in addition to any rare things you might get for beach, good thing there's no fall damage thing. Besides any food item, ingredients, bestiary updates, and quest items, it's also just a nice beautiful view up top here. That's always worth exploring. And in addition to natural exploration, we will have a couple of other towns we've seen here. On the open beta already, we've seen the second village in the Wildlands sandy area here. We see a nice little secret rider, some friendly nomads walking around here. And we do walk into a nice, beautiful crystal-based village with some herd animals. I would imagine making your way down here and talking to some people would be a cool way to get some of the optional hunt quests. Not to mention, just worth it for the beautiful scenery. Yeah, so we do a little tour here, and then we do run into our, I was supposed to say, wherever our handler went is probably where quest NPCs would be hanging out. Yeah, this random guy we could talk to in this middle of this village. Totally not going to be an important NPC. Wink, wink. Do a little tour of the stables. Not really much to see here. Just kind of a cool little setup. These, I don't know what these animals are called, but oh look, there's a baby. Oh, and it wiggled its ears. Totally a secret area behind there that this baby cow is somehow able to stop me in. Alright, that's pretty much everything for the village. And that's all I really have for you today. Let's say, besides Monster Hunter, there is quite a lot of fun and exciting things to do. We cook meals, craft items, search for rare flowers, herbs, fish, bugs, and of course, any fossils and or... Ooh, push it out of the way. Alright, thank you for joining me on another adventure. I know we were just wandering around this time around. Take care, stay safe, see you on the next time.